Hello students, welcome to economics class. My name is Jyoti Gaur, assistant professor from Indraprastha Law College, Greater Noida. Today our topic is joint stock company and we will discuss about the meaning, definition, features, advantages, disadvantages and types of joint stock company. First, we will come to the meaning joint stock company. Joint stock company is an artificial person created by law having a separate legal entity with perpetual succession and a common seal. The capital of a company is divided into a number of shares of equal value. Members of the company holding one or more shares are called the company's shareholder. When you think of all the largest companies in the world, these are not proprietorship or partnership. These companies are joint stock companies. When dealing with business on a fairly large scale, a joint stock company is the most suitable form of business organization. Means we can define in the simplest way to describe a joint stock company is that it is a business organization that is owned jointly by all its shareholders. All the shareholders own a certain amount of stock in the company, which is represented by the shares. Now I will briefly define you the joint stock company. It is an artificial person. First, here artificial person means a company does not have a physical body like a natural human being, but it is an artificial person which is created by law, and its operations are performed by the elected representative of members known as director. Second is having a separate legal entity. Here separate legal entity means the company and its members are separate individuals. Means they are the partners are different from the company. With perpetual succession. Perpetual succession means company has continuous existence independent of its member. If members dies means अगर कंपनी का कोई भी पार्टनर या मेंबर इंसॉल्वेंट हो जाता है, मर जाता है, फिर भी कंपनी एग्जिस्टेंस करती है. नाउ लास्ट कॉमन सील. कॉमन सील मीन्स बीइंग एन आर्टिफिशियल पर्सन, company cannot sign. Therefore, there is a need of common seal with its name grave on it can be used to seal in place of the signature. So, I hope now the meaning has been clear to you. Now comes to the features of joint stock company. What are the features of joint stock company? First is artificial legal person. Here artificial legal person means a company is a legal entity that has been created by the status of law. Like a natural person, it can do certain things like own property in its name, enter into the contract, borrow and lend money, sue or to be sued, etc. It has also been granted certain rights by the law which it enjoys through its board of directors. Second is separate legal entity. Here separate legal entity means unlike a proprietorship or partnership, the legal identity of a company and its members are separate. As soon as the joint stock company is incorporated, it has its own distinct legal identity. So a member of the company is not liable for the company, and similarly the company will not depend on any its member for any business activity. Third is incorporation. Incorporation means for a company to be recognized as a separate legal entity and for it to come into existence, it has to be incorporated. Not registering a joint stock company is not an option. Without incorporation, a company simply does not exist. Fourth point is perpetual succession. Perpetual succession means the joint stock company is born out of the law. So the only way for the company to end is by the functioning of law. So the life of a company is no way related to the life of its member. As I have मैंने आपको पहले वाले पॉइंट में मीनिंग में समझाया था कि परपेचुअल सक्सेशन का मीन्स है कि कंपनी का अगर कोई पार्टनर या मेंबर डाई हो जाता है, इंसॉल्वेंट हो जाता है या कोई भी उसके साथ घटना हो जाती है तो कंपनी एग्जिस्टेंस रहता है. मेंबर्स और शेयर होल्डर्स ऑफ अ कंपनी कीप चेंजिंग बट दिस डज नॉट अफेक्ट द कंपनीज लाइफ. फिफ्थ इज लिमिटेड लायबिलिटी. Here limited liability means this is one of the major points of difference between a company and a sole proprietorship and partnership. The liability of a shareholders of a company is limited. The personal assets of a member cannot be liquidated to repay the debts of a company. Sixth point is common seal. Common seal means a company is an artificial person, so its day-to-day functions are conducted by the board of directors. So when a company enters any contract or sign an agreement, the approval is indicated via a common seal. A common seal is inverse seal with a company name on it. So no document is legally binding the company until and unless it has a common seal along with the signature of the directors. Last point is transferability of shares. In a joint stock company, the ownership is divided into transferable units known as shares. In case of public company, the shares can be transferred freely. There are almost no restriction, and in a public company there are some restrictions, but the transfer cannot be prohibited. Now comes to the advantages of joint stock company. Here are 4 advantages of joint stock company. The first one is limited liability. One of the biggest drawing factors of a joint stock company is the limited liability of its member. Their liability is not limited up to their unpaid amount of their share. Since their personal wealth is safe, they are encouraged to invest in joint stock company. Second is transferable shares. The shares of a company are transferable. Also, in the case of a listed public company, they can also be sold in the market and be converted to cash. This ease of ownership is an added benefit. Perpetual succession. As this point come again and again, perpetual succession is another advantages of a joint stock company. The death, retirement, insolvency, insanity, etc. does not affect the life of a company. The only liquidation under the Companies Act will shut down in a company. Last point is effective and efficient management. A company hires a board of directors to run all the activities. Very proficient, talented people are elected to the board, and this results in effective and efficient management. Here also a company usually has large resources, and this allows them to hire the best talent and professionals. Disadvantages of joint stock company. Disadvantages of joint stock companies are complex and lengthy procedure of formation, lack of secrecy, time consuming, conflicts. First is complex and lengthy procedure of formation. The major disadvantages of a joint stock company is the complex and lengthy procedure for its formation. This can take up to several weeks and is costly affair as well. Second is lack of secrecy. Lack of secrecy here means according to the Companies Act, 2013, all public companies have to provide their financial records and the other related documents to the registrar. These documents are then public documents which any member of the public can access. This leads to a complete lack of secrecy for the company. Third is time consuming. And even during its day-to-day functioning, a company has to follow a numerous number of laws, regulations, notifications, etc. It is not only take up time but also reduce the freedom of a company. Last point is conflict. A company has many stakeholders like the shareholders, the promoters, the board of directors, the employees, the debenture holders, etc. All these stakeholders look out of their benefit and is often led to a conflict of interest. Now comes to the types of joint stock company. As you have seen, joint stock company is of different types. First is chartered company, second is registered company, third is statutory company. Registered company is comprises of limited and unlimited. Limited is divided by limited by promise, limited by share, and limited by share is public limited and private limited. First come to the chartered company. What is chartered company? The companies that formed by the order of the King of England are called the charter company. These companies were formed before 1844. For example, East India Company, Chartered Bank of England, the Charter of the British South Africa Company given by Queen Victoria. These are charter companies. Second is statutory company. Statutory company are those companies that are formed by the order of President or by the Legislative Committee or by the Bill of Parliament are called statutory companies. These companies are operated by those laws. For example, municipal councils, universities, central banks and governments regulators. Third is registered company. Registered companies are those companies that are formed under the prevailing law of the company are called the registered company. The corporation that has filed a registration statement with the SEC prior to releasing a new stock issue, it is comprises by limited by promise or limited by share. Limited company, the liabilities of the shareholders are limited. For example, charitable organizations, financial services authority. This liability of a company can be of two types: limited by promise, limited by share. The shares can be of two types: public limited, private limited. Public limited, where the number of shareholders ranges from 7 to share limitation. The share of the public limited company is traded in the stock market. Whereas the private limited company, where the number of shareholders ranges from 2 to 50. The share of these companies cannot be traded in the stock market. And the last is unlimited company, which is in the registered company. Unlimited company, the liabilities of the shareholder of this company are unlimited. For example, British all-terrain vehicle manufacturing, Land Rover, Glaxo, etc. Thank you.